there's more concealed carriers out there than ever before. And how you conceal carry depends on a lot of different things for me. Where I'm going, what I'm wearing, what time of year is it? Oftentimes when I'm considering where I'm going, it has to do with how quick could I access a gun or what kind of gun am I bringing. There's some situations that call for different types of guns. So a lot of my preferences when it comes to concealed carry, really, if I'm in one place, I'd prefer it this way. If I'm in a different place, I prefer it that way, is really what it comes down to. But I've definitely narrowed it down to there's 5 methods of concealed carry that I just do now. Every single gun that I get is going to fit into one or more of these following 5 categories. And this is, of course, just my opinion, but these are the top 5 best ways to conceal carry. Number 1, smart carry holsters. I love the smart carry holster. It's incredibly concealable. It's referred to as the invisible holster. I've made a few videos on these, but it's an outstanding holster. Essentially what it is it's like a holster that's kind of like a fanny pack that rides low on your hips and goes inside your pants. There's no way anybody can see that you have a gun on you when you're carrying this way. It's by far the most concealable method, in my opinion, that there is that is reasonable. Now, it is a little harder to get to the gun than carrying it on your strong side, for example. But again, it depends on where you're going. There may be a scenario where this is your only option, or it may be a scenario where you're really not worried too much. You want to have a gun on you because you never know, but maybe you're in shorts or you're on a boat or something that would make it to where it would just be really impossible to carry a gun another way. Number 2, pocket carry. Now, I love pocket carry, but only with really one gun. Now, I love this holster. This holster came with a Ruger LCP2, which is, in my opinion, a junk gun. But the ultimate pocket carry, in my opinion, is a Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard in 380. That's really, in my opinion, the best small gun out there. And I love carrying this way. Now, when I was a teacher for about 2 decades, I wore a suit every day. It was real easy to conceal carry when you're wearing a suit. However, when summer came, everything changes for me. I'm off in the summer. I jokingly always said the 3 best things about teaching is June, July, and August. But I go from wearing a suit to the point where I wear cargo shorts and flip-flops. I even jokingly tell people in the summertime, if I can't do it in flip-flops, I'm probably not interested in doing it at all. And in those circumstances, pocket carry is the king for me, especially in something like cargo shorts. Oftentimes I will be, if I'm doing any cross-country traveling, I'm going to do that in the summer as well. So it's really just perfect. If I'm traveling across the country in a car, I just kind of keep it on the console. When I get out to get gas or whatever, I just throw it in my pocket. Piece of cake. A few other people make holsters like this. Again, when I got my Ruger LCP2, that thing was a junk gun, and when I got rid of it, I kept the holster. Love that little holster. Number 3, inside the waistband, Kydex One Clip. Now, out of all the ways to carry, this is probably out of these 5, is my least favorite of the 5. But it definitely serves its purpose. It's awesome for when you're driving. Again, especially if you're driving in the wintertime or wherever you're going. I love this little Kydex type holster because essentially you just clip it in. It's very concealable. When you get back in your car, you can just unclip it, stick it in the console, that kind of thing, and you get back out, you clip it. It's a really easy off and on if you're needing to carry a gun that's a bigger gun, so to say. If you're kind of starting to get into this full-size compact, kind of like a subcompact P365 or a Glock 27, that kind of thing. Just a small double stack. This is perfect. It's the perfect way to carry if you're just kind of going in and out of some situations and you just need to clip and unclip really quick. But out of all of these ways to carry, I think it's my least favorite because it's the least comfortable. Number 4, inside the waistband, 2 prongs. Now, this is kind of a difficult gray area because it depends on who makes the holster. I have this Tagua holster that I've had for at least 9 years now, and I love it because I use it for lots of different guns. If I'm going to conceal carry a full-size gun, meaning, you know, not a full-size subcompact, but I'm talking about a full-size 17 to 20 round double stack gun, this is, in my opinion, the best way to conceal that gun. Now, I always prefer an outside the waistband, which we're going to get to it a little bit when it comes to the big guns, but if you don't have a suit coat on and maybe you just have a small shirt that just kind of needs to go over your waistline a little bit untucked, very concealable. And the thing I like about this particular inside the waistband is it's deep within the waistband. And that's kind of why I mean by just because it's a two-prong inside the waistband, those aren't all the same. I've had a lot that I did not like, but this particular one, I love that it's leather, it's soft, it fits deep within the waistband, which makes it incredibly concealable. Any gun I have ever owned, I conceal very well with this holster. And finally, number 5, an outside the waistband, strong side carry, 2 belt loop. A lot of people refer to this as a pancake style holster. I love these holsters. This is a great way. If I'm not real worried about concealing, this is always going to be my first choice. If I have a suit coat, this is my first choice. If it's wintertime, this is my first choice. Because I can carry any gun that I own comfortably all day with this style of holster. Now, I will kind of go back and say with all of the holster styles, with the exception of the smart carry, I always carry on my strong side. I don't carry appendix carry. I don't carry, it's always just kind of 3 o'clock carry is what I always do every time, with the exception of the smart carry. So I'm just going to kind of throw that out there. I wish I would have mentioned that with the other 4, but I guess now you know. But this outside the waistband is again, it's my favorite way to carry. I can carry any full-size gun comfortably all day long. If you have a suit coat, it's just, in my opinion, the best way to carry. If it's becoming more difficult to carry, suddenly you're in a t-shirt or shorts or something like that, there's other ways. But those are my 5 favorite ways. I'd say that some of them depend. Sometimes I kind of start carrying a certain way and I just carry that way for like months. And then I'll switch, but it's always within these 5. And again, it depends on where I go, which gun I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, what are my concerns about that place, how quick could I access it, do I even really need to access it quick, those kind of things. And I always think about it depending on where I'm going in the world. Depends on how I'm carrying, but it's always going to fit most likely within these 5. So love to hear what your favorite ways to conceal carry are, because again, if you've gone through that path of trying to conceal carry effectively, it's often not an easy path to go down. Sometimes we try something and we try something different, I kind of always jokingly have like a box of old holsters that I just never use but these 5 get used a lot. So want to hear what your favorite ways to carry are. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.